Very dear brothers and sisters. Okay, first of all, I had in mind this morning that, I'm doing those videos, but are they really being looked after? I don't have a clue. And I was thinking of maybe if I quit doing these videos, I had that idea a long time ago when I first started doing my videos. But the thing is, if you think that I should continue to make these videos, please let me know. I need to hear from you, okay? Because in order for me to continue to make these videos, I have to have your support on it, because I might be saying right things or the true things, but the thing is, I know the government won't like it because, the federal always mind about the truth because they know the truth can't hurt themselves very bad. And you've seen it in the SNC Lavalin case, in the Omar Khadr case. You have seen that, the government kept lying about that. They said that it was coming from the Supreme Court of Canada that they had decided to give $10.5 million to Omar Khadr. But the thing is, Mr. Trudeau, he's the only one who had decided to give him that amount of money, okay? Especially our apologies from all Canadians. We never gave our apologies to Omar Khadr. Omar Khadr is a real criminal. He's a war criminal. And he deserves to be in jail. He had deserved to be in jail for the rest of his life. Even though there was 25 years of consideration, the thing is, Omar Khadr should have been put in jail. A judge from Alberta decided to free him from his wrongdoing, But the judge from Alberta, is he a person like me and you? I don't think so, because if he decided to release him, it's because that fucking judge had something in mind that we possibly don't know, okay? Well, I'm not arguing about what the judge decided, but if he decided that because, it made sense, and, it did not make sense for us Canadian citizens, because we all knew what Omar Khadr did in Afghanistan, okay? Mrs. Spears, apparently she's after the federal government, and I really hope that she will be going for a huge amount of money, because Trudeau, what he did, when he gave him $10.5 million, I'm only hoping that Omar Khadr will participate in the money that the federal government will be sending to Mrs. Spears if she win, But I'm sure she's gonna win because she has the real meaning of what she's trying to get right now, because it is the truth, because she will never see her husband anymore, okay, because he's dead, he's underground, he's under 6 feet underground possibly, or was burned, I don't know. But anyways, I'm only hoping that she's gonna win big time, because she really deserves what she's asking for, okay? Same thing for the one who got blinded. I'm only hoping that it will go against the federal government, because that's a bad thing that they have done. They had I don't know, it's compromising big time, because, the federal government encouraged Mr. Omar Khadr, who had killed an American soldier and blinded another one, and the federal, agreed with Mr. Omar Khadr. That's the way I see it, It is the way I see it. Because if it was accomplished by Omar Khadr, it means that, even though he was born in Canada, does not mean that he is a real Canadian. Because you think a real Canadian will be after his government for, even though that guy had killed one American soldier and blinded another one, you think he would have won if he would have sued the government? No, I don't think so, because a real war criminal, he does not deserve to win any trial, because as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Omar Khadr, I call it you Mr. because you're a Mr. But the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, you're not a Mr. You're only a fucking twit or fucking jerk or fucking asshole. That's the right words for yourself, okay? I hate that. Mr. Trudeau, because Omar Khadr is an Islamist or terrorism, so you decided to support him big time, he was free from Alberta. Maybe you had a word in it. Maybe you have put your word in it because you're Prime Minister of Canada, and you're the one who is naming the judge in I don't know, in Supreme Court or what else, you know. Our judge are being appointed by the federal government, and this is the way I see it myself, you know. Well, I know that province can't elect a judge at the same time or the same type that Mr. Trudeau is doing right now. But Mr. Trudeau is all screwed up right now, you know. He's been talking with a guy from China, but the thing is, he had the Japanese flag behind him, okay? So that was totally wrong. Mr. Trudeau, you keep doing bad thing for us Canadian citizens. As for veteran, you know, Mr. Trudeau, you're about like your dad, okay? You don't like veterans. You don't like people that go to war, fight against Muslim, because yourself, you are a fucking Muslim, okay? So I believe this is why we are not fighting. We're no longer fighting in Afghanistan, because they were Taliban, and Taliban is a Muslim, and yourself, Mr. Trudeau, you are a Muslim, and you're Islamist, or maybe a terrorism. I don't know. I don't have a clue about that. But, you know, you are supporting terrorism because you have let people from ISIS coming back in Canada. So you send them to a college in the Indian land, you know. It's very bad. Very, very bad. First of all, you should have not allowed those people to come back to Canada because they were criminal. Even though they didn't kill nobody, but they were criminal because they were fighting with ISIS against us Canadian, or against the NATO which we are in right now, okay? Same thing for our military pension that we're getting from DND, you know? While we were in service, I keep saying that because it is the truth. While we were in service, we were paying tax on that fucking pension that we were paying already, okay? So, since we're getting the same pension, we're still being taxed, you know, double time. So it is right, the real double time that we're paying tax on it. It is very bad and it looks very bad. For the NATO, you know, I called 8 different countries that are in the NATO. I spoke with a veteran that from there, you know, I won't say the name, but I've called veterans from 8 different countries, and they're getting their pension, but their pension is not taxed, okay? Their pension is not taxed. Only the Canada tax his veteran because, you know, well, I believe he's making money with it because he's stealing from us, you know. I am a veteran. I am extremely proud to be a veteran, but I'm not proud to have served in DND for what they have done to me a long time ago, okay? What they have done to me is very bad, not criminal, but it's very bad, okay? I went to the criminal court because of them, because of themselves, you know. The military police did not act correctly against me, and he abused his fucking title or rank or whatsoever. But I mean, his rank was not higher than mine at that time because when he arrested me, I was a sergeant and he was a corporal. Okay, so like the hierarchy is there for nothing. He was not even respecting it. In the Criminal Code of Canada, it always says that you're found not guilty until proven otherwise. But it was not my case, you know. How come the military police simply didn't come to my place and talk with me, you know? I would have been able to tell him what happened, okay? Because my little girl went to the bus stop, she had nothing on her face, and she took the bus to go to school, and when she came back home, she was all kind of bruises on her face. On her face, I said, what the fuck? Where did she get from? And, you know, my little girl came first, and then it was a social worker for the fucking Children Aid Society of Ottawa, the gang of Steeler, and then there was a military police, Corporal Mayo Godreau, and the social worker that came in was Mrs. Celine Pocket, but the Corporal Mayo Godreau from the military police, well, as soon as he saw me, he said, Mr. Bernier, you are under arrest. And then he took me out and handcuffed me against the wall and brought me in a police car. He came 30 minutes after that to read my rights, and then he transferred me to a military police car and brought me to the prison in Ottawa, and I was there. So at 8 o'clock at night, there was a piece of judge that released me with a very severe condition. And you know those conditions already, like the 2 months I was not allowed to go home. But you know, after that there was all kind of bad thing happened to me. and I will tell you in my next video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.